You are watching Kings. Every Saturday, we tell the story of how big brands conquered the world. How Netflix became the new king of media. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey there, Aluxers, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at one company that revolutionized the way we consume media. Quick question. The last time you watched a TV show or a movie, was it on Netflix? Probably right. What started out as a mail-in movie rental service turned into one of the most successful media empires, not only offering up content, but very successfully creating its own. But how did it happen? Netflix provides entertainment services, offering commercial-free movies and TV series with unlimited viewing across the internet globally. Founded in only 1997, a company can accomplish a lot in just over 20 years. For starters, how about having 148 million viewers worldwide, earning them revenue in the ballpark of over $15.79 billion as of last year? Netflix is located in California with approximately 5,400 employees and is ranked as the 55th most valued brand in the world. In the mass media entertainment industry, there are few that can stand up to Netflix. Having to deal with the likes of Disney Plus and Amazon TV has not been its focus. Surprisingly, Netflix is finding itself at war with YouTube and the new online gaming sensation Fortnite. It'll be interesting to see where all of this leads, but first, let's take a look at how the last 20 years shaped up at Netflix. The beginning. Netflix was founded in 1997 by Americans Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings. At that time, both founders already had established businesses. Mark Randolph was the founder for Micro Warehouse, one of the largest resellers of branded IT products and services, and Reed Hastings was the marketing director at his company, Pure Atria, a software company. The idea of Netflix was birthed during one of their daily commutes. Randolph and Hastings wanted to find a product in a large, single category that they could sell over the internet, similar to the model Amazon used. When DVDs were introduced in the US that same year, they tested the possibility of selling and renting DVDs by mail. Their tests were successful, and by the end of the next year, they launched Netflix, becoming the first online DVD rental store with 30 employees and just under 1,000 titles. Though they finalized the name Netflix before launching, they played around with several other names, such as DirectPix, Replay, Luna, and Kibble. The struggle. By the beginning of the 20th century, Netflix had ballooned to over 300,000 subscribers, and they were hemorrhaging money as they depended highly on the U.S. Postal Service to deliver their DVDs. They needed to find money quickly and offered to sell the company to Blockbuster for $50 million US. Their offer was declined. Compounding their situation the following year, the September 11th attacks and the dot-com bubble burst affected the company so badly they had to retrench a third of their employees. In an effort to raise funds, Netflix decided to take the company public. They sold roughly over 6 million shares at $15 US per share. Netflix had aspirations of offering movies online, but during the early 2000s, data speeds weren't yet dependable and bandwidth costs were still quite high. It wasn't until the mid-2000s with advances in technology that those options became available to them. Their original idea was called the Netflix box, where the subscriber could download a movie and it would be available the next day. However, while developing their product, they stumbled across YouTube and saw the advantage of streaming services. Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings quickly dropped the idea of Netflix box and adapted streaming services instead. Upon releasing their streaming services, they saw a decline in DVD sales, even though they had more movie titles available on DVD. Strategy. Netflix took advantage of the spread of DVD players in households. 2/3 of the homes in America now carried a DVD player, allowing them the potential of serving both internet and rental customers. In an effort to not lose their growing list of subscribers, Netflix implemented their recommendation service called Cinematch, which allowed customers to switch from renting DVDs to streaming at a cost, while recommending underrated movies. Netflix began monitoring what movies and TV series were pirated and shared online the most to adjust what shows they offered to their subscribers. In an effort to serve both demographics, Netflix announced it would have a new subsidiary called Quickster to manage their DVD rentals independently from their streaming services. In addition, Quickster would carry video games. However, a month later, after not being well received by the public, Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings decided on not having it separated and continued both services under Netflix. Netflix saw an opportunity to introduce quality, high-definition content apart from their growing available list of online movies. Netflix also licensed and distributed independent films through their movie financing division, Red Envelope Entertainment. However, that was later closed down as to not compete with other studio partners. The defining moment. Reed Hastings jokes by saying, "I got this big late fee for $40, and I didn't want to tell my wife about it. I was just too embarrassed. It was like that was the defining moment for Netflix, and a light bulb went off in my head." Netflix took on the DVD rental industry and succeeded. They took on the world of online streaming and defied the odds. However, the defining moment that checked off their domination was their announcement 3 years ago of their international expansion to 150 countries, making them available virtually everywhere except Syria, North Korea, Crimea, and mainland China. However, last year, Netflix partnered with Baidu, a streaming service owned by iQIYI, to stream selected Netflix original content on their platform. Controversy. In the landscape of DVD rentals and online streaming, there's bound to be a couple of tussles with the law and consumers. In the early 2000s, a customer tested 2 of Netflix's marketing promises of one-day delivery and unlimited DVD rentals and sued for false advertising. Granted, with snail mail and their 3 DVDs a month plan, those promises are indeed impossible. Netflix denied any wrongdoing, but settled the lawsuit. More recently, in 2017, people called for a boycott of Netflix with the release of the series 13 Reasons Why, citing that the series romanticized suicide and depression, though their goal was to raise awareness of mental health issues. Viewers found the show highlighted the graphic manner in which the person killed themselves, which could give at-risk viewers suggestive ideas. Regardless of the uproar and controversy, the series was renewed for a second season. Netflix also made a daring move to attract new subscribers by making President Bill Clinton's grand jury testimony in the Monica Lewinsky affair available on DVD. However, after a mix-up at the manufacturer caused a few discs of pornography to be slipped in error. However, one of the most talked about matters recently is Disney's exit from Netflix. Disney is starting their own streaming service, which will have us seeing all of Disney's content leaving Netflix. Until such a time, the movies already streaming on Netflix will remain until sometime in 2019. Needless to say, there's a lot that goes into a streaming company. In case you haven't seen it before, check out our video, 15 Things You Didn't Know About the Streaming Industry, if you're interested. The value. Netflix has proven that internet-driven entertainment, which is on demand, is replacing linear TV. Even with technology making cable channels accessible via the internet and apps, they still don't provide the experience consumers look for and receive through Netflix, which is mainly freedom and flexibility. Their experience can be personalized and accessible on any screen. Netflix will continue to outshine competitors such as Hulu due to the fact that Hulu is mainly successful in the US and are not notable on the global market. The deciding factor that will keep Netflix on top is what consumers are willing to spend on subscriptions. As new options surface, Netflix will have to prove it is the best choice. In the meantime, in the words of Reed Hastings, we actually compete with sleep, and we're winning. The results. Netflix began as an online DVD rental store and evolved into an internet media service provider. Apart from positioning itself globally in homes, Netflix's strategic partnerships played an integral part in their evolution. A notable partnership being that with Best Buy, giving Netflix access to their 1,800 chain stores. Over the years, Netflix aligned itself with the likes of Starz, Paramount Pictures, Lionsgate, and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer to stream new films. To boost their original new series content, Netflix has signed deals with the creators of Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, Shonda Rhimes, Blackish creator Kenya Barris, and international best-selling author Harlan Coben. Their hard work is paying off, with mountains of accolades over the years. With over 73 awards, including 5 Golden Globe Awards and over 430 nominations. Netflix has shown us that when you surround yourself with the right people, big dreams can become an even bigger reality. As of 2019, Netflix is bringing in around $2 million per hour. Yes, per hour. Let that sink in for a moment. The future. Over the next decade, online entertainment will continue to replace the TV. Netflix has used technology to remain accessible to all of its consumers. Netflix also has been working with hardware manufacturers such as Roku Inc. that produces streaming video players to include built-in Netflix support. We've also been seeing remotes that house a Netflix button, making it accessible at your fingertips. If consumer trends stay the course they are on now, with consumers using technology to enjoy their favorite movies and TV series, all signs on NASDAQ shows that over the next 5 years, Netflix is projected to have continuous growth. Which is good news for shareholders of the likes of the Vanguard Group, BlackRock, and Capital Group companies. Just to put things into perspective, here's how Netflix's content budget has increased every year since 2013. Closing. With years of struggle from renting DVDs via mail, surviving the age of Blockbuster, correcting missteps and controversies, to becoming a household name globally in online entertainment, Netflix will continue to win. With everything in their favor, no primetime competition, exceeding TV quality, not being subject to ratings, and of course, they're all about binge watching. Netflix has definitely become the new king of media. Now, before you go, Aluxers, we're curious. With Disney leaving Netflix, do you think it'll affect their subscriber numbers? Or do you think Netflix is simply untouchable by this point? Let us know in the comments. And as a thank you for sticking with us until the end, of course, you get a bonus. Here it is. During a 2006-7 publicity tour, Netflix teamed up with several actors to appear at viewings of their famous films. Believe it or not, execs got Dennis Quaid and his band, The Sharks, to perform in New Orleans before a viewing of his film, The Big Easy. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos for you to watch next. As always, the conversation continues on social media. Thanks again, and we can't wait to have you back tomorrow.